everyone, Lauren from A Girl and Her Wool here. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you hear some background noise, I'm assuming it's gonna pick it up. My husband's eating lunch and watching one of the Rocky movies, so you might hear that in the background, but I thought I would just do a little crafty vlog today. I hope you guys are all enjoying the beginning of the week. The first thing I was gonna show you guys is how I kind of like redid this room a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you guys some projects. So you might remember before on this wall, I actually had the cubes from IKEA that sat on the floor here, but instead I now have a new table and I put in these shelves. So these are our shelves. They're the it's the Alpha system from IKEA, and Alpha was on sale, and so I took advantage. The boxes you guys have seen before, those were also on sale like over the summer last year, I think. So I picked them up then, knowing this was the plan, but then of course we put it off while we were painting the walls and such, and then waiting for Alpha to go on sale, but they did. And if you don't know what Alpha is it's from the Container Store, and like you basically kind of build it yourself, so that way you can make space work. But anyway, so I have this shelf which is pretty low. It's kind of like at a height I can reach. So I have a lot of my shipping stuff for the business. So here's where I keep track of orders. I have shipping stuff. These are like all the ball bands and everything. Thank you cards. This is actually where I keep like my camera and such. Yarn that's kind of in use. And then on this shelf in the middle, these are kind of stash, and then like crafty books. And then here I have dyed yarn. So I don't keep a ton of yarn in stock. You guys know I'm pretty much a dye to order shop, but this one in the middle here is where I keep the dye with me yarn, and then mystery minis. I have any skeins that I have dyed up ready to ship go in there. And then this one is yarn, undyed yarn that I'm kind of currently in use. So those cones actually should just go in that box. And then again, stash. And then up on the wall on the ceiling is just where I am storing all of my yarn, and then that box is actually extra shipping materials. So I have to get on a step stool or a chair to reach the yarn, but that is fine. It's out of the way and it's all here. I was using an extra closet that we have down here, and I've moved out of there, which is really great. So I'm really excited about this. I still have my standing table here and a chair, and now I have this lower table here. So this is like sitting height, and then this is standing height for me. I do actually plan to put in a couple more shelves. So you can see there's like quite a bit of room. So I actually am thinking of inserting another shelf in there when Alpha is next on sale. And what's nice about this system is you can see the track, so I can just insert a shelf wherever I want. And I actually have covers so that I can cover these up, but I'm gonna wait until I kind of like know how everything is, and it might be a few months before it's on sale again, but I think that'll be perfect for like me just figuring out what I'm using, how I'm using it. Like, is it annoying to have those all up high, and that kind of thing. So we'll see how all this works before I kind of buy anything else, but I'm loving it so far. It's so much more nice and organized than it was kind of before. Of course, I have things all over the place. You guys are getting a sneak peek at a future dye with me over there. You might not notice, but it'll all make sense next week. So again, a much more functional space than it really was before. All right, so I'm also going to show you guys progress on everything. So this is my niece's sweater that you guys have seen before. The body is okay. So the body is done. I've actually finished most of it. So the body is done. The lace sleeves are done, and I did one side of the button band. I actually did that this morning. Today is Sunday. And so I just picked up the stitches for the other side of the button band. So this is the side that has the holes in it, and then this is the side that the buttons will actually sit on. And I'm gonna run over to Michael's in a little bit, basically once lunch is over, and pick out some buttons, so I'll take you guys along with me for that. And then I'm also gonna do the trick that the Knitmore girls always talk about, where the side that the buttons sit on, I'll actually sew ribbon onto to just help stabilize it and keep it from stretching out. But otherwise, the sweater is done. Again, kids' sweaters are quick. You can see the lace pattern. It is not blocked yet, so I do still need to block it out, but you can see the lacy sleeves. I made the sleeves almost as long as the sweater, but not quite, figuring that I think the length my niece measured herself at, or my mom or her mom measured her at, had the sweater going down to her hips. And so I figured having the sleeves just a tad bit shorter than that would be perfect, because with them being lacy, I figure it can be a lighter weight sweater. Kids probably don't want sleeves as long, and then also if she wanted to put a long sleeve shirt underneath it, it would totally be fine to have them be a little bit short. So I used my hand-dyed yarn Aurora. I used one 200-gram skein. This is how much I have left, so I have quite a bit left. Again, I still have to do the button band, or one side of it, but I have about 40 grams left. And I used one skein, so I didn't have to alternate the skeins, and the only ends I have to weave in are, like, you know, where the arm started and ended, the sweater started and ended, and then this arm started and ended, and now the button band. So minimal ends to weave in, so large skeins for the win. And then this is going to be an upcoming project. So you guys know I've been really obsessed with my smoked paprika colorway, and I really want a sweater out of it. So what I have here is, this is also my sock base. So two 130 gram skeins. This is smoked paprika, and this is sea salt. And I'm going to be making the Majulancho, which is a pattern by Shayna Lyons Designs. And so I'm going to be using these as my main colors, and then you use a contrast color just for like the edging. So this is a 20 gram mini of cayenne pepper. So I thought that would be like a nice little hint. So I'm excited to get this cast on. I really want to finish that sweater. So I'm going to be casting this on probably later today, or maybe even during the week. So there is that. You guys will see I've actually been knitting a lot more than I have been. So this is sock number 1. If you caught my live stream, I showed you guys sock number 1. This is a pair of vanilla socks using Oink pigments. The color is called Ravenclaw, and it's just a purple and brown speckly variegated yarn. It's a Cornmeal base, and it's pretty thick base, and I talked about this in that live stream. If you missed it, you can certainly go back and watch it now. But it is pretty dense, so they are gonna be not super lightweight socks, which I'm totally fine with. I'm actually wearing a pair right now that are more DK weight, and that's really what I wear when I'm just like hanging around the house, not going anywhere. So since then, I've been doing more knitting and reading before bed, and so I am actually just about up to the heel. I think I had like a few more rows left to go before the heel of the second sock. So I'm pretty excited about that. Again, this one took me a really long time to knit, so the fact that I'm like almost halfway is really great. So I'm excited about that. And then the last one I won't really show you, but honestly all I've done at this point is a very minimal cast on, but I am working on the Caledenia shawl, the mystery knit along with Amba O'Brien. And I am using my hand-dyed yarn again, A Girl and Her Wool, on the sock base. And I am using these 4 colors. So this was the spring kit. So Midnight, Overnight Oats, Long Time No See, and First Crush. If you guys are curious about the order that I chose to do it in, if you are using this kit, I can't remember how I decided to do all of it. But I did use First Crush for the cast on. I'm assuming that was color number 1. I think number 1 and number 3 are supposed to contrast a lot. So I think what I decided was doing First Crush and Midnight as like the 2 contrasting colors. And then these 2 will be the other ones. And as the mystery knit along is revealed, and at the end I'll kind of explain why. It might have been different than how I might have thought to do it had I not seen the pattern ahead of time, which is always interesting with a mystery knit along. But based on the pattern and where the colors are going to kind of lie, that's what I decided to do. I actually had cast it on with Long Time No See, and I ended up ripping it out and recasting it on with First Crush. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not even going to show you a little bit, honestly. It's just cast on. There's really nothing to show, but I don't want to break any rules by showing anything beforehand. So at the Mystery Knit Along starts on April 1st. You can still get these kits, and you will definitely get it in time if you order it from me. But I will be releasing photos like throughout the Mystery Knit Along. They're just going to like obviously be ones that I've already done. So those are the projects. Again, I got this done pretty quickly, which is exciting because I did have more knitting time. The socks I'm working on, I think the Maggiolancio is like a lot of garter stitch, so I'm excited to have like that again. And then of course like the Mystery Knit Along. So the other thing I'll show you is I did go back in my knitting journal and add 2021 goals. There are a lot of business goals, and I put some of my metrics in there, so I don't really want to show it anymore. But I do have pictures of what that looks like if you want to see. But I also went in and updated, this is the spread that I have for my niece Hannah's sweater. So it's I don't know if I've ever announced it, but it's like the Easter or Esther children's cardigan. And so I added these notes in when I finished the body. And I just kind of like, you know, it really was just notes of things that I wanted to remember later on, but then also just some notes, basically whatever I thought of, I just kind of jotted down. And so you may remember I left this page blank, not knowing if I was going to put something else there, but I really do think I need like the full spread for the months and for the project. So I'm glad I had the empty page. And so I added another note when I finished the first sleeve, because I kind of modified a little bit with that, and so I wanted to make sure I remembered it. A lot of what I wrote down is basically what I was talking about to you guys earlier. And then because I did make modifications, I used the other strip from the project highlight page and labeled it with the modifications text that I had. And the only thing I modified was the sleeve, so I didn't need a big section, so I just kind of wrote down what I did there. So I'm really excited about this. I do plan to go back to Ravelry and maybe jot down like some of the modifications, because I do know that people like to use Ravelry to kind of like see the notes, and I know I do too. So anyway, this is my March spread. I do plan to come in here and write some notes because we are midway through the month, and I have been making a lot of progress, and I really want to jot that down. So I'm probably going to do that later today. It's nice to just set aside a few minutes every week and just think back through my projects and all of that. So I will be starting the page here for the Caledenia shawl, since I did cast that on, and then I'll probably do one for the Maggiolancio too. I don't know, I feel like I had like a blank page. I know I was thinking about having a blank page here for the vanilla socks. I can't remember if I had another blank page. I don't think so. So I don't know if I'm going to devote a whole page to it, but what I definitely will do is I will come and add it to my projects. One thing I wanted to show you guys really quick with this is that I made some new stickers that came out today actually. Let me show you guys what those are. Some of the new stickers that I came out with. Well, if you haven't seen it, I did come out with new header sheets that match each of the kits. So if you like a specific kit that you want to use all year round, you can. And I have those for every kit that I currently have out. And then some of the other sheets that I came up with are more text sheets. So let me find the first one here. So the first one I have is this categories text. So if you wanted to use this instead of writing everything in, you can. So I'm even going to come in here and use 2 of these shawls and overwrite it. Put it on over there. And you can even use those scripts like in the project highlight page, like if you wanted to use one of the bigger boxes and kind of just like on there put what the category is, or just put it in the middle, or just wherever if you wanted to do it that way. Again, for me, you can tell my handwriting is not the best, so it's nice to have like the more things typed out. And then I just have sheets for each one. So if you know you knit a lot of cowls, you can get these like half sheets of cowls So everything that's on this project category list, I have a sheet for. So cowl, there's blanket, sweater, socks. If you're a big sock knitter, you might want a whole sheet of that. Shawls, mittens, cowls, and I think I have a toy one, hat. So you get a lot with hat. And I just tried to fit in as many as I could on each of these pages. So some of them, here's toy. Some of them, you know, toy is a shorter word than blanket, so there's probably a little bit more of those. But anyway, just wanted to point that out. Those are now actually live in the shop too. So that is that. So like I said, we're gonna head to Michael's in a little bit, so I'll take you guys along for that to pick out some buttons. The button holes that it had me do were pretty small, so I'm probably gonna get pretty small buttons, but that is fine. And I'll wrap it up here. So Friday, I will be doing a faux Friday post on the sweater, Hannah's sweater, so you guys can hear more about it there, see it all blocked. And everything. I won't have pictures of her in it because she won't get it until the end of the month, or her birthday is at the beginning of April, so she'll get it at the beginning of April. But I'll still show it, I'll hold it up, and then when I have pictures of it, I might share that with you guys later at another point. And then again, Tuesday we have another Dye With Me. It's a little bit different than what I've done in the past with Dye With Me, so, well, not really, it's all the same. So you guys can join me for that, and don't forget to shop the shop. So I have lots of spring colors in the shop, these new sticker kits. If you guys want to see anything more with the sticker kits, you can let me know at any time. I'm having so much fun creating them. You can see I'm coming out with new ones every week. I just have so much fun with it, and it's just been really a fun project to even just work on. So I hope you guys are enjoying those, and that's probably it. So let me know in the comments how your crafts are going. Are they changing now that it's getting warmer out? If it's getting warmer for you, if it's getting cooler for you, are they changing? Let me know. So I will see you guys on Friday. Bye.